So now that we've drawn our trees, we want to turn them into blocks, which are reusable objects that can be changed, and every instance of them will change as well. So think of a scenario where you might put 200 copies of this tree. And then if you were to decide to make a change to that tree, you'd have to change each of the 200 objects you placed. For reference, let's just draw a 4x4 rectangle there. And let's think of what would happen if we wanted to put a few trees outside of it. Something like trees around the outside, and then we want to make a change to it. What we need to do, whenever we're going to reuse something several times, is make a block out of it. So to do that, we go to Insert, and we click Create Block. And here we can give something a name. Say Shade Tree. We want to check the Specify on Screen option. It will tell us, oops, we need to select an object. So I'll select this and hit Enter. And then I'll say OK. And the last thing it wants me to do is select the insertion point. I'll choose the center. You can choose to insert something on the side if you want, but I'll have it insert the center. And now when I go to say Insert Block, you can see my shade trees there, as well as a tree I made before. And now I can insert multiples of those. And I can actually even copy it and paste multiple there. Now, if I go back and I want to edit something, so I go into the block editor, and I want to change my shade tree, it will take me into an area where I can actually change, say something like the canopy size, save the changes, and you'll see that all those instances of shade tree actually changed. Let's just step back and undo that. Another thing we might consider, just so they're organized, is actually using the edge of this to create an array. So let's do that just so this is organized. So we can see the changes. So we do an array, choose the object. We just need one row. And there we go. So now again, we can see what happens if we go into the block editor, change our shade tree. Let's make it bigger this time. You can see that it's actually changed over here as well. And so that's how you set up a block. The other thing is if you, these blocks are saved in the drawing. If you want to save them to your computer, you just type W block for right block. It will ask you to, first you click block, and then you can choose the name of the block, and you can choose where it is saved. And it will save it as an actual block. And actually, you can see that on our desktop there. So that's how you save a block out to your computer. You can have multiple blocks. So let's select this one now and create another block. And we'll call this one Mature Tree. Since I had already selected, the last step is simply to specify the insertion. Also, the right block entity is there as well. So now I can go in here and I have my Mature Tree, and I can set up a few of those. I can do multiple copies if I want to. So that is how you set up blocks.